Here we are for round one. We've got all of our mana and 2 Evolving Wilds for our Treasure Cruise, which is pretty good. We are on the play, so I'll search for most likely a forest turn 1 in case we draw Elvish Visionary. We can play it on turn 2. We don't, so I'll just keep cracking. This time I'll crack for a mountain. Looks like we're playing against some sort of Mardu deck. We've got the Sky Spawner on turn 3. Lightwalker, okay, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Here, we have plenty of mana, so we don't need to pulse back on Evolving Wilds. I think we just want to kill this guy and just start attacking. Just to fill up and try to cast Treasure Cruise as soon as possible. Should be able to cast it, not next, if we drew, yeah, we can cast it next turn. Let's see. Arc Lightning kills our guys, okay. So we can Treasure Cruise this turn. And we're probably not going to play anything else, so we might as well leave our Sky Spawner for the Pulse in our hand. Just tap out, play a tap land, and we drew very nicely another Pulse and 2 other little critters that can draw cards. And they're casting Shoulder to Shoulder to cycle. Can't be good for them. They've got 7 cards in hand with no lands, so they're cooking with hot gas, but we're going to just get ahead pretty quickly here. We get to hold open, or just, I guess we just surge out the 3/3. So here, yeah, just beat down, perfectly willing to trade my creatures, but no point. Just pulse back the Sky Spawner and replace the Sky Spawner. Kind of want to get this pulse in my graveyard in case I draw a Lore Master soon. Looks like he's got the Twin Bolt again and a Pacifism. Okay. It's fine with me. We've got a Fiery Conclusion. So I got another Sky Spawner and a Palace Fire. We get to leave open Fiery Impulse. What else has he got? Ooh, Sultai Scavenger. Okay, I think I'm just going to Fiery Impulse it here. If he has a way to protect it, I can Fiery Conclusion it next turn. And he goes for Feat of Resistance, which again that's just a 1-for-1 trade. And then I get to kill my guy, or sack my guy. That's a 3/3, and then I can pulse it back. I don't need to pulse it back right now, though. I can just pulse it back at end of turn. See if he does anything. It's pacifism on my 1/1. So yeah, not pulsing it back right away was better because it saved this Drawer Isle Avenger from getting hit with pacifism. Flooding out a little bit here, which is a little annoying, but he's only got 2 cards in hand. And he's unwilling to block, despite being on the extreme back foot. But I guess it's because he was saving his collateral damage for this Drawer Isle Avenger. Pacifism on Elvish Visionary, that's an interesting play. Guess he's going to take 1, and I'm going to hope to draw anything except land now. Collateral damage, not the best. But I will cast it now just to sack my Palace Familiar, because I do want to just draw a card. Because if I hit like a Treasure Cruise or a Pulse Marauder or a creature, it just gets the clock going fast enough to end the game. So here I can hit for 4, play Visionary, or play Touch. I guess I had Lethal in play, didn't even need to play the Visionary there. So that's game 1. Game 2. Game 2, perfect. We've got all of our mana and the ability to cast Visionary on turn 3 if we should want to do so. Now we can cast Palace Familiar. Ooh. So I think I lead with Swiftwater Cliffs instead of the Thornwood Falls, because I want to be able to cast Fiery Impulse on turn 2 if he has a creature. But he doesn't. So now I want to next turn cast Elvish Visionary and leave open Fiery Impulse. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Hope that he casts something. But he does not. So I guess I beat for 1 and play a Palace Fire. And they both die. That's a little annoying because I'm going to have to discard now that I have 8 cards in hand, and of course I draw the land now. So I'm going to get rid of my Ruined Processor. I'm not casting it anytime soon, and I could always pulse it back if I need to. Lightwalker, really interesting decision that I have at this end step. I'm pretty certain he has Feat of Resistance open. If I Fiery Impulse it, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to cast Feat, he's going to have a 3-power flyer, and I don't have any other removal spells in hand, so it could likely just beat me for 3 a turn for a while. And I cast his Palace Familiar next turn, and then I don't really have very many other plays. So instead, I figure if I just always hold open 1 red mana, I can always force him to hold open 2 mana, and that should pay dividends for me long term if I can draw some lands, which I do. So I think that's my play, and I even leave 2 red open to kind of show him like, hey, I have 2 Fiery Impulse is what I want him to think in his head. So I want him to be scared to be aggressive. So I just pulse back the Visionary. Again, just trying to hit land drops, just trying to get ahead on cards. Plays a Morph. Still only one protection spell open, and I still haven't hit another removal spell. So I'm going to play my Morph out, hoping that it'll probably get hit with a removal spell, and it does. I was hoping that it wouldn't, and then I could untap, right? But, oh well. I think I'm just going to Treasure Cruise here and tap out. Leave the Lore Master and the Ruined Processor in my graveyard. Lets me hit a land drop and still leave Fiery Impulse open. He flips his Morph to be the Mist of Kieran, okay. Which can get me for 3. I could chump block, but I feel like I don't need to. Because 2 Palace Familiars could be enough to force him to act if I blocked. Notice he is constantly holding 2 mana open for this feat. So here, pulse back the Lore Master and probably surge out this 3/3, still hold Impulse up. Three, 2. Now I'm willing to make the block. He goes for the feat. I go for the removal. He's got another feat. So far it's a 2 for 2, except now he's got a 5/4 guy in play, which is sort of annoying. I can, I guess, Treasure Cruise again, hope to hit Fire Conclusion or something. So I'm gonna do that. Hit Twin Bolt, that's not the worst. So I can just play out some flyers here. Still hold open the Twin Bolt. It's like, I'm at 32 life anyway. I'm okay if I have to take a little bit of damage. For some reason he chooses not to attack. Probably doesn't have any more feats, so again, if I double blocked and used Twin Bolt, it would probably have died. He's running low on cards, and I still have all this gas in hand, right? So now I'm going to play my Lore Master with 6 mana open. Definitely going to flip it and get back, probably a pulse. So here I just chump block. I should block the 2/1 with his... I should block his 3/2 with my 2/1, but if he has another feat, I would have to Twin Bolt in response, and I don't really want to do that. I just want to flip my Lore Master this turn, so I don't really want to tango. So here, he sacks a guy, which I'm fine with. Don't really care. So I'm just going to get back Pulse again. If I just Pulse Lore Master loop, he can't race me. Eventually I'll find answers to his threats. And there's Rolling Thunder. So Rolling Thunder probably next turn is going to just blow up a bunch of his guys. And I'm hitting him for 4, which he doesn't even like blocking. So yep. Get to play a Drowner, sack this Visionary, find another Pulse. Yeah, so they just... They can't really do much here. So then I go for the block. They have a twin bolt. Okay, that's a little awkward. Why would they let me block? And this is probably going to be a rolling thunder turn. I guess after I treasure cruise. Because I can hit a land. I guess I could have played an untapped land, but I don't need to. My goal here is just to kill 3 of his flying guys and then hit him for 3 in the air. He's got a collateral damage to kill my 3/3, which I am totally fine with. He's probably got another Mischief Carrier in there. Here I'll take the free, just give him a 2/2. No problemo. So I decided to just pulse back Ruin Processor and play that out. Get a Sky Spawner. Just trying to turtle up, put some defense out there. Eventually I'm going to Lore Master back a Rolling Thunder probably, and that'll be game. Might as well cruise while we can. I'm like really trying to get rid of all of the cards in my hand so that I can Lore Master, but I just have so many things to do in my hand that I have to get rid of. So what's he gonna do here? A Lightwalker. So here, I guess yeah, I just pulse for another Lore Master. Now I just attack with everything. If he has some sort of good block, I can fire Conclusion. So he goes for the double block of my 2/4, chumping my 7/8, trying to eat my 2/1 Eldrazi Sky Spawner and a couple other trades, and then taking 4 damage. So this is going to be a pretty good turn for me here. I'm going to go Twin Bolt one of his 2/2s. Let's see how he responds. He sacks it to deal damage to my 2/4. So then I can sack my Eldrazi Sky Spawner, since it was going to die anyway, to kill his 2/2, which makes this collateral damage only deals 3, but no combat damage, so my Gurmag Drowner is going to survive. And then he takes 4. Play Lore Master, and that's all she wrote. Had the mana to flip it and cast a Rolling Thunder for 14. Jeez. Okay. Looks pretty good so far. Again, this is my first tournament playing this deck. I just kind of did some theory crafting on some different cards. Like I guess I could have played Chwar Isle Avenger in the Sultai deck too, but I instead chose Abomination of Good Duel, but maybe this one would have been better over there. But I definitely like the red removal spells. They seem quite good. A little bit more efficient than the black ones. And better against tokens and X1s. And Rolling Thunder just is. Alright, stay tuned for the next round.